Hey there, Ryan Reynolds here. It's a new year, and you know what that means. No, not the diet. Resolutions. A way for us all to try and do a little bit better than we did last year. And my resolution, unlike big wireless, is to not be a raging and raise the price of wireless on you every chance I get. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited. See mintmobile.com for details.
Build a routine with Ollie that supports your wellness needs, like getting your daily vitamins and minerals with Ollie's multi-gummies, or keeping your mood upbeat with all the vitamin D in Hello Happy. Give your gut health some support with probiotics, and wake up feeling refreshed after taking Ollie Sleep. Do wellness on your terms. Find Ollie at a Walmart or Target near you or at ollie.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome to I Don't Need an Acting Class with Milton Justice.
Okay, I'll give you this one. Stanislavski once asked his students to determine how to play the following scene. An accountant brings home from his office a fortune in negotiable bearer bonds, which he must catalog. Living with him is his wife, their newborn child, and his wife's idiot brother. He arrives home while his wife is bathing the baby. The idiot brother is seated by the fireplace, staring into the fire. The accountant wants to get started on his work before dinner, so he sits down at the table, strips the wrappers off, which he throws in the fire, and starts cataloging the bonds. His wife calls from the next room, "Come see how cute the baby is." The accountant gets up and goes into the next room. The idiot brother takes the bearer bonds and begins throwing them into the fire and laughing. The laughter draws the accountant back into the room. As he sees what is happening, he thrusts the brother out of the way in an attempt to get the remaining bonds out of the fire before they burn. The brother hits his head on the andiron and dies. The wife comes running into the room and sees her brother dead. She then screams, "Oh my God, the baby," and runs back into the other room, followed by her husband, where they both discover the baby drowned in the bath. Stanislavski told his students as when they know how to analyze and perform that scene, that then they would know how to act. But look, you can understand what he was trying to get people to do. I mean, he came up with this absurd scenario to force you to realize, A, you couldn't use your own life, but it's all to help you dig and to make choices. And of course, that scene is impossible. I mean, I keep mind you, I keep thinking it's the basis of a short film, but that's just me. But listen, one of the reasons that you want to shop for choices is because when you find those choices that bring you to life, then you move past just being functional. You move past being an actor who is accurate. Anybody can be functional. That's when the contribution that you make is so extraordinary that they're forced to use you, quite frankly. It's like, well, we weren't thinking of using somebody Chinese, but the kid was really so good we have no choice. There's so many things for us to learn. One, if we want to be brilliant, we have to keep shopping. We just have to take on board the first choice I make is probably not going to be great. It's probably going to be a cliche. I said to Caleb, I said, you're welcome to take a cliche, but it just needs to be so brilliant that you have redefined it. You know, I don't need an accurate representation of Hamlet. You know, I want a revelation. It's as simple as that. I'm looking for somebody to come up with something I didn't think of. And it's easier for most of you, especially when you're auditioning for television or where you're audition for casting directors, except for 2 or 3, to come up with something they didn't think of because they don't think of anything. But the reason this takes so long is you can't just understand it and then do it. I mean, Jesus, after Stella told me that I was so goddamn middle class, I thought it was unmanly to scream. It really did take me a year. I mean, methodically working for a year on trying to let go. I just wasn't ready to do it. And so it's like there's a point where you have to sit back and say, I can't do that yet.
You do a great job of screaming now.
What? Yes.
You do a great job of screaming.
Oh, my God, yes. I got over it. I definitely got over it.
Make it up for lost time.
I'm so made up for lost time. When I was...
You know, I get depressed sometimes before class because... I'm serious. 3 years ago, I said I'm going to take this class and then I'm going to get it. And then every time I take this class, I realize I don't fucking get it. There's so much to learn. It is so hard.
Yes. Well, why do I keep doing this? It's because I don't get it. I'm still trying to sort out how do I teach certain concepts. I mean, it's like I haven't figured out acting at all. And neither did Stanislavski. I mean, you know, in my defense, Stanislavski didn't either. I mean, big writers don't write plays about pitsy caca stuff. You know, they write plays about very deep human experiences. Severin, what were you, 16 years old when the Russians invaded? I mean,
15.
You were 15. So he's a 15-year-old that suddenly is living in Ukraine, bombs come down, and he's like, you know, he's moved to Poland.
To be an actor.
Yes, to be an actor. Jesus Christ. But I mean, that's real life. That's real life. I've directed Waiting for Godot 3 times, and I've directed Three Sisters 3 times. And I consider those two plays are plays that I will keep coming back to. I cannot wait to come back to either one of them because I suddenly find such massive humanity in them that it just like I feel like the human experience is just kind of laid in front of you. So, here's one of them. Society gives the individual the aim of happiness. And in the deepest sense, the individual searches for this. It's a note from Stella's class. And I mean, in realism, we expose how unrealistic that is. And so, of course, it's disturbing, but on the other hand, it's realistic.
I don't Need an Acting Class is created and hosted by Milton Justice, produced by me, Walker Vreeland, and music is by Shagoi. I Don't Need an Acting Class is brought to you by weaudition.com, where you can sign up to be a virtual reader for auditions. You can also find a reader for a rehearsal or self-tape. It is the #1 resource for that purpose. And if you use the code ACTINGCLASS, you get 25% off, which makes it something like $10 a month. So check that out, weaudition.com. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you back here next time.